This is crazy. Eric Trump is now bailing after the scam he was involved in called ALT-5 is, well, being exposed as a scam. Let me give you a quick recap and then show you what happened. So remember, about a week ago, a little more than a week ago, I made a video about ALT-5 Sigma Corporation, which in 2019 was a crypto mining business that failed because of a storm that happened on Halloween and happened to destroy all of their equipment, which some people are like, that sounds like insurance fraud. Then they were an energy upgrade appliance recycling company, probably, trying to milk money from the government. Some people are calling that a scam as well. And then they applied for a crypto exchange license in Lithuania. Now they're trying to market drugs for chronic pain as a biotech company. And then, as of recently, they turned into a World Liberty Financial treasury company, where basically what happens is they buy World Liberty Financial, which gives exit liquidity for the Trump disciples and supporters. In order to provide this exit liquidity, they have to pump the ALT-5 stock. So they have Eric Trump join the board of ALT-5. And there are photos of him ringing the bell, and he's on the board of ALT-5. Everything's great. Then you go on Fox Business and you shill it to unsuspecting business owners, and you won't believe how the story has evolved. But just listen to the shilling here for a moment.
The value for investors, again, because they can't buy a WLF coin at the moment, but they could buy shares in ALT-5. So what's the extra that you say investors can get from owning a share of ALT-5 versus waiting on the WLF coin?
Well, I think zoom out for a second. I mean, you're really bringing crypto to the traditional marketplace, which I think so many people want. Crypto is the fastest growing industry in the world right now. There's no question. The banks are so antiquated in this country. I mean, Liz, you covered it probably better than anybody. You know why the Trump family got into crypto, right? They deplatformed us. They took away our bank accounts. You had companies like Capital One, who literally in the middle of the night, I was getting letters saying, congratulations, 300 of your bank accounts are gone. You've had a perfect relationship with them for the longest period of time, but they're gone because we don't like the fact that your father wears a red hat that says "Make America Great Again" on it. And honestly, it forced our whole family. It forced us as a company to turn to an industry that we would have never been exposed to had it not been for debanking, had it not been for political weaponization. Now what you're doing is you're taking...
So you get the idea, right? And now he shills the ALT-5
to the equity markets. And I think it's an incredibly powerful thing. For debanking, had it not been for political weaponization. Now,
right here, here's your chance basically to get this in the equity markets.
All you're doing is you're taking an industry that's just has explosive growth and you're bringing it to the equity markets. And I think it's
just growth. Right after she's like, oh, this is why people should invest in ALT-5, right? Yeah, we're bringing crypto. We're like in the dial-up phase for crypto. Just buy ALT-5, man. And so what happens today? Eric Trump removed from board role after consultation with NASDAQ. Now, they don't say that NASDAQ told him not to have him on the board. They just say, conveniently, oh yeah, we had a meeting with NASDAQ separately. By the way, we're removing Eric Trump from the board, which is probably Eric Trump being like, man, I don't want to be associated with the scam that, we pumped. Here's the pump. This is the week chart, mind you. This is the week chart. So we pump up the ripoff to provide liquidity for ALT-5 shareholders. Look at the volume skyrocketing because they're diluting the crap out of this to go buy World Liberty Financial and provide exit liquidity for them. That's all this is, an exit liquidity play, in my opinion. I think that is a ripoff of people. And Eric's now trying to distance himself from that. So then I go to the SEC filing from a couple weeks ago where they're going to talk about Trump. But I can't, this company just blows my mind so much because look at this. I haven't even read all this yet. I just read the first, headline here, judgment in Rwanda. I'm like, okay, well, what is this? Well, look at this. On August 27th, so 2 weeks ago, the board was made aware that on May 7th, a court in Rwanda rendered a judgment finding ALT-5's Canada subsidiary and its former principal, listen to this, criminally liable for offenses including illicit enrichment and money laundering, and denied the civil claim brought by ALT-5. So basically, they lost their lawsuit, and then they got found criminally liable. The Rwandan court ordered the imprisonment of their former principal and imposed fines against this person. So people are getting arrested at this company. I mean, the filings here are insane. So there's also some talk about how somebody didn't disclose that they were getting stock compensation as part of their bankruptcy filings. What? Like, the more you look at this, the sadder it is. Both Eric, Trump, and Zachary are now, instead of being on the board, going to be designated observers. And so this was like the first rug pull that they're going to move from board members to observers. And now Eric being totally removed. It's probably because he's like, guys, the jig is up. I'm getting exposed here. This is a bad look for the Trump brand. This is like hands down, straight up dirty. Now getting exposed that we're just trying to provide liquidity, exit liquidity for WLFI. I don't want to be associated with this anymore. So he gets out. So now he could say, oh, I don't have anything to do with them. I never joined their board. Even though he said, we're going to join the board, and use that to go on Fox Business to help pump the stock. Oh, yeah. No, I was never actually on the board, though, guys. Like, I never joined it. I had nothing to do with what they did. They just happened to buy World Liberty Financial. And so now you've got a roughly $500 million market cap company that, you know, since I made my video is down, what, like 40 or 50%, or maybe even more, since I made my video. It's now a $483 million market cap company. I suspect, this is my opinion, I could be wrong, don't sue me, bro, that the company is going to be under $1 within the next 30 days. They're going to try to exit out of this as fast as possible. And it'll probably delist and just disappear in the longer term. Now, stocks like this can have little pump days. See, you get these little random pump days. But just remember, that could be a day that they're not diluting the shares to buy World Liberty Financial. And then people will look at it as a meme play. But this is probably the most dangerous thing to touch out of anything that exists on the market right now. This is no fundamental business. Look, like stocks like Open Door, they can meme up and then they have meme downs. And people who like it fundamentally, even though I don't like it fundamentally, they'll buy it and they'll hold it. And that's fine. And you can make money. You know, there are other plays as well that you could get. You know, there are great companies that'll do really well when rates come down. There are great companies that'll do well if rates just slowly trend down. And those stocks, they go up and they go down. But they have fundamental business models that are inherently good. At least, hopefully, the ones you're investing in are inherently good. You know, we talk about that in the Meet Kevin membership all the time at meetkevin.com. Use coupon code Bullish, guys. Bullish Catalyst. But this one, this is just fundamentally bad. And it's not a surprise that now that the jig is up, the Trumps are trying to wash their hands of it.
Why not advertise these things that you told us here? I feel like nobody else knows about this.
We'll try a little advertising and see how it goes.
Congratulations, man. You have done so much. People love you. People look up to you.
Kevin Paffrath there, financial analyst and YouTuber. Meet Kevin. Always great to get your take.